our scoreboard. Should I do
yeah.
that? I know. I have the app. I'm just going to be managing all the things.
Do they have a? You guys are gonna know them, right? So I don't have a roster, but if they
that's
send in
on
a
the other
sub,
side of this. Yeah,
good to go.
So all the,
Yeah, good to go. Good to go.
yeah. Yeah. So we have this thing. One at like.
Okay,
so.
so-
Where you play the Pregame high school, and so you just like connect to. Right. I just started walking up.
Is that for Paul or you, or who's that for?
Paul.
There you go.
You sure you don't want to do it?
I'm positive. I gotta figure this out.
Okay.
Do we have 3 of them?
Nope. I can plug in another one, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, go ahead. You can put one on, Steve.
I don't have another one.
Oh, we need to get 3 up here.
Well,
Yeah. Well, we don't have it today, though, right? All right.
we don't have it today.
Here, you sit here, Paul.
No, I'm good. Sit wherever you want to sit.
Hey, good job on the video.
I want to try it right now.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you might as well run it. Oh, wait a minute. We're live. Can you turn it on?
I know, that's the problem. I gotta figure it out. Yeah, but no, I've got a whole script that it should play. It's 1:30.
Yeah, do it. Ladies and gentlemen, right now you are looking at Peg Aderman. The field is named after her unofficially. She got a ride in. Ladies and gentlemen, Peg Aderman right there. The aunt of River Falls Wildcat starting pitcher Audra Aderman. unofficially. She got a ride in. Ladies and gentlemen, Peg Aderman right there. The Wildcat starting pitcher, Andre. Might want to turn that down for the game.
You know, we have a bunch of rock little paperweights and some lady made them at the ballpark. And she put like, she painted, and I'm like, what are all these? She's like, you always have these papers blowing around. I'm like, geez, that's the best idea I've ever heard of. And we still have them up there to this day. Like, she did every major league team, and they're just little rocks. And they, I mean, I was like trying to get, I was taping stuff down. I mean, we want to. It's up to you guys, but we can. Game will be starting in about 14 minutes, so maybe like at 4:20 we can talk about the lineups and talk about last 16. Yeah, we like in 4 minutes we can start it up and we can talk about the season and who's coming back. Well, I'll do the lineups and then we'll we can talk about you can talk about last year a little bit. I'll ask you some questions and then we'll talk about this year's team and who's coming back and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be a good 10 minutes and then the game will start. And we could even go on. What's that?
With the home team, with the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Angie. 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 Put River Falls on the bottom, Osceola on the top.
Is there a way with these mics to like mute the mics and then unmute them like then we can
Yes.
get them all ready to go?
Let's just take them away. I'll figure it out. I'll
Yeah,
have it all.
Yeah. That way when we're sitting pregame we don't rip off a cuss word or something. Yeah. I just won't do that. You got yours on or you got yours set?
Well, I can turn it off here.
That's fine, we're good. Don't worry about it. How's it going? Good.
Ideal weather for bring a jack like where's the team? They're over there.
Nope.
No, we're not.
So what do you got the computer doing?
Just monitoring the YouTube, making
Do
sure
you,
it's working.
do you have the volume on this turned down a little bit so we're not?
Okay, good. Yeah, we struggled last night. We couldn't get the mics to work, but when we go to, this is the thing, we want to do audio settings.
You ready to go? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Peg Aderman Field here on the campus of River Falls High School for today's non-conference high school softball action between the Osceola Chieftains and your River Falls Wildcats. Well, alongside Steve Pellinger and Paul Aderman, I'm Greg Peters. Thanks for coming. It's a little chilly. It wasn't quite as warm as yesterday, Paul, but we're out here nonetheless.
Oh God, we were out here doing that setup yesterday, trying it out. Steve, I was watching. Steve was trying, but man, it was gorgeous. I had shorts on, and then there's today. But you know what?
It was high 60s, and it's I don't know. I didn't look at the temperature, but I'm going to guess probably upper 40s.
Right now, I think it's like 36 with a 14-mile-an-hour wind. Feels like 30.
Yeah, softball, high school softball in Wisconsin at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the field looks in great shape. The grass hasn't greened up all the way, but not too bad. We got some loud music and some fans rolling in. They're donning their stocking caps and blankets, and we are ready to go for this. Is the season opener, isn't it, Paul? We have this is the season opener for 2026. It's the senior season. Let's look at a couple of Wildcats. We got quite a few seniors. Eliza Kemper-Price, Audra Aderman, she's on the rubber today. Kenna Cook, Meredith Emery, Riley Johnson, Ella Stanley, Morgan Kibble. Morgan's not here today. She's out in something like an all-star hockey.
She's
game.
in the under-19 national hockey tournament.
Is Morgan going to go play college or hockey in college?
Yeah, St. Catherine's, I think.
Yeah, she's going to St. Kate's. Okay, good for her. Good for her. Ava Larson, she's the starting third baseman today. She's a senior, and that kind of rounds it out. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seniors on the squad. So a seasoned squad for Coach Leah Fletcher and assistant coach Ryan Schurz. And there's another assistant coach. She was up here earlier, and I didn't catch her name. I think she's a little newer, isn't she? It might be right here, yeah. We got Sophia Vogel and Jess Olson. There you go.
Yep.
Head coach for the JV squad is Taryn Gullickson. I've heard her name for quite a few years.
Remarkable record.
Yeah.
Remarkable record. Winningest coach in JV history for River Falls.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In one season.
That's right. That's right. Well, they got the right there. You're looking at the field. The A, it doesn't stand for Peg Aderman, even though we could add some letters to it, but Peg Aderman is in the house. She's ready to go. She is the aunt of starting pitcher Audra Aderman today. Let's go with Paul. We'll go over the lineups and then talk a little bit about kind of the forecast for this year. So leading off for the Osceola Chieftains, number 2, she's pitching today, Riley Hall. Riley wanted to give a shout out to her mom and dad, Jeff and Melissa. I talked to Riley a little bit before the game. She's hoping to play some softball at Bethel University next year.
Oh, nice.
So she's got the Royals on her radar. Batting second and playing third base, number 20, Brooklyn Miller. Number 25, batting third and playing shortstop, Emily Tebben. The cleanup hitter for the Chieftains today is first baseman number 21, Addison Jeske. Batting fifth, the center fielder number 30, Jolene Mortensen. Batting sixth, the second baseman number 27, Grace Sanders. Next up for Osceola, the catcher number 32, Ava Giller. She wanted to give a shout out to her mom, Nicole. She said her mom might be working and she might be here. She wasn't sure, but either way, she was going to watch it. So shout out to Nicole Giller. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 11, Bryn Flater. And batting ninth, the right fielder, number 8, Emily Sanders.
Hey, just 1 second,
yeah,
Greg. I want to know where else in YouTube history is there a broadcaster that gets the shout-outs from the other team? That's so awesome.
Oh, yeah, I was down there talking to him.
We try our best not to be homers.
Well, we are, like we always say, we're probably 60-40, but we celebrate both teams 100%.
Yep.
For sure. But, yeah, for sure. We're a volunteer, just if there's any Osceola Chieftains watching. It may seem like a professional broadcast. It may seem like one, but it's not. We're all volunteers. We're with the River Falls Sports Broadcasting YouTube volunteer group, and we're happy as heck to be out here on a 36-degree day. We're in the press box, but there's a big window in front of us, and it's 36 degrees in here as well.
It is, and feels like 30 is not feels like 30 when you're 60.
For
It's
sure.
like feels like minus 20.
For sure. Here's the lineup for your Wildcats for today in the 2026 season opener. Leading off and playing second base, number 25, Danny. All right, here we're going to get this straight. We're going to get it right. I've known Steve for many years, and it comes around every year. And every year I got to get reminded. Pellinger.
Take the O out. Just Pell.
What? Yeah, right,
Pellinger.
but I mean it's
Yep.
not. It's not. It's Pellinger,
Yeah.
not Pellinger.
Yep.
Pellinger. Yeah. And
Yep.
so I got it.
I used to call him Polinger.
Well, Pellinger. Well, what you guys do is you guys like to, I think, inadvertently screw me up and say the other name. And
We maybe do that on purpose, but it's all behind the scenes.
but you know what? We're expecting big things from Danny this year. She's a junior, so batting second, senior third baseman number 14, Ava Larson. Batting third, shortstop number 2. She's a sophomore, I believe. Hudson Walker is.
Yep, she's soft.
Yeah, and we got hitting cleanup and playing catcher number 34. She's a sophomore, Reagan Schurz. Batting fifth, the right fielder number 8, Brenna Clifton. Batting sixth, the center fielder number 6, Caitlin Moe. She's an exciting player. It's going to be fun to watch this year. The designated player number 7, Riley Johnson. Batting eighth, the first baseman number 10, Kaylee Barris. Batting ninth, the left fielder number 3, Kenna Cook. And on the rubber for the Wildcats today, senior Audra Aderman. She's logged in quite a few innings for the Wildcats and looking for a good season from Audra. Did she get her winter workouts in with Tori Prigge?
She did. Tori Prigge is he's like the volunteer catcher of the year.
Yeah.
And I think
he's kind of the man of the year, really. We could put him up if they had a man of the year in St. Croix and Pierce County.
He is.
Tori Prigge would be he would be nominated for sure.
I'm not sure who appreciates Tori coming over to catch for Audra more, if it's Audra or if it's Heather. It's debatable. I think.
Right.
I think Heather likes it that he's gone, and Audra likes it that he catches for her.
Tori Prigge told me to give an open invite to the broadcast booth here. He's having some people over at his house after this game to watch some NCAA basketball. Tori and I got a couple of teams playing tonight in our pools that we desperately need to win, monetarily wise.
Sweet, yeah, right.
Mythically, monetarily wise. No, we're it's just a fun pool, but we need Iowa to win, and Arkansas. That's 2 of them.
I'll be rooting for both of them.
Okay, sounds good.
Especially if you two need them to win.
Yeah. Tori and I were on, and Mason, his son.
Oh.
And we got one of his former neighbors, Lee, and that's our little pool squad.
Is Lee? Did you guys invite Lee so you had somebody to listen to the 3 of you?
Well, and he. Yep. Lee is kind of the ringleader. Yeah, for sure. You know Lee?
I don't know.
Oh
Lee,
yeah,
but I'm guessing he's kind of a quiet feller.
He's the ringleader for sure. We're getting ready. I think a season opener for Osceola as well, and. One of the things that we got, we can get into it. I don't know if Steve has the still store shots pulled up. If he does, great. If he doesn't, that's fine too. But we'd like to give a big Wildcat thank you to we have 5 sponsors that helped us buy. So we've got some equipment some new equipment, a YOLO, and some other equipment that we purchased to be able to bring you the games. And one of them was the school bought one too, and the softball team bought one too as well, a Starlink internet, because we had some rough times with some internet the last couple of years, but the internet is humming out here today, and that's really honestly courtesy of not only the sponsors but also the River Falls School District bought, because we have 2 sets for the JV team. So I don't know how many schools in the country are live streaming JV softball high school games and varsity. And we don't have a JV game today, but they'll be streaming them close to 50 to 60 games. How many JV games are there roughly, Paul?
I'd say 20, 22
yeah.
probably.
And they have close to 30 varsity games, so close to 50 games will be streamed. So the sponsors, and we'll pop them up here in a little bit for you throughout the game, but Johnny's Bar downtown in River Falls, River City Stitch, they're in Prescott and River Falls, the Alley Massa Mortgage Team, the Massa Team Mortgage, Jared Hines, American Family down in Ellsworth, and I know he's not only is he in Ellsworth, but he covers this whole area, and he knows you guys from girls hockey too. So thank you to Jared Hines, and protect your stash with the cash. We have a kind of a fun little ad for that, and I'm missing one. And
did you say Johnny's?
I did say Johnny's. Yeah, right.
It's always 70 and sunny. It sounds like it'd be a good place
always
to go
70
after
and
this.
sunny at Johnny's. And we got Amfam.
Right now they're going through the starting lineups. I did also want to give a call out to the school. I mean, I can tell you right now, 4 years ago, this field was not in nearly the shape it's in right now. They've done a nice job on it. I talked to a few of the girls last night, and they were talking about how nice the field was. So that's outstanding. We made great progress out here.
What's the other one I'm missing, Steve? Johnny's, Jared Hines, Amfam, River City Stitch. Sarah Jenkins. Sorry about that, Sarah. Good gracious. And the reason I didn't remember that because Sarah made her own slide, like I had hers made up, and the other ones I had to make myself, so that's why I remembered them. But yes, Sarah Jenkins and Property Executives Realty. So thank you to Sarah. All those massive mortgage teams, Sarah Jenkins, Property Executives Realty, they sponsor all kinds of stuff. Johnny's does too, obviously too. But yeah, we're about underway.
Looks like we're getting ready for either starting lineups or national anthem.
Yeah, they're going over the lineups, and if you're just joining us, we'll kind of go over those again for you. Leading off for the Chieftains and pitching Riley Hall. Batting second, playing third base, Brooklyn Miller. Batting third for Osceola, the shortstop, Emily Tebben. Cleanup hitter for the Chieftains, the first baseman, Addison Jeske. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Jolene Mortensen. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Grace Sanders. Batting seventh, the catcher, Ava Giller. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Bryn Flater. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Emily Sanders.
Yeah, I think one other thing to call out on this, you mentioned we have 8 seniors. That's we haven't had 8 seniors. That'll be a trivia question that only Chantel Torres, Duelist, can answer.
And we'll go over the River Falls ones for those of you just tuning in. Leading off for the Wildcats is second baseman Danny Pellinger. Batting second, the third baseman Ava Larson. Batting third, the shortstop Hudson Walker. And hitting cleanup for the Wildcats, the catcher Reagan Schurz. Batting fifth, the right fielder Brenna Clifton. Batting sixth, the center fielder Caitlin Moe. The designated player today, batting seventh, Riley Johnson. Batting eighth, the first baseman Kaylee Barris. And batting ninth, the left fielder Kenna Cook. And on the rubber for the Wildcats today, senior Audra Aderman. Wildcats have 8 seniors, and the Osceola Chieftains have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Had to have 6 freshmen on the squad. We're going to do the anthem, and we'll be right back. It's a good rendition of the national anthem. I have to ask our scoreboard operator on the field and also the public address announcer, I think, is Angie Clifton.
Yep.
So we have this is and I'm not one of them, so I can say this without it's not some self-loathing at all. But I'm not a parent of any River Falls softball player, but the parents of the River Falls softball family are outstanding. I mean, they are helping out every you guys up in the broadcast booth, and can't say enough. I mean, the work that you and Steve put in to get the new equipment we got is to be commended, fellas.
It's a fun group, and you got Chantel Doulas right in there every day, sending us pictures, sending Facebook stuff for the River City Kitties, and her daughter just graduated, is playing her second year in Luther.
Yeah, Jordan's down at Luther.
Now she's got Mila coming up.
Is Mila 8th grader?
Yeah,
okay.
Mila should be ready next year.
Yeah. Audra looks good on the rubber.
Yeah, I thought the whole infield looked good. I didn't get to see much of the outfield part of the warm-ups, but the whole infield looked good. I thought looked clean, and that's something we struggled with last year.
Does Audra, did she make any changes over the off season with any type of change-ups or curves or anything, or just she looked like she had a little velocity? I can tell you that from just watching her first 3 pitches.
Yeah, I really think boils down to her just health.
Yeah.
She's ever since her freshman year, she's had, either she had a broken foot for a year and a half that we didn't know about. And so that was healing up.
She must have a high tolerance for pain.
Well, you'd think so.
I always tell my wife I do, and I get an eye roll right after that.
Right.
I get an eye roll immediately after that. Reagan Schurz was a freshman catcher last year, so she's got a year under her belt at the high school level, and you can kind of see she kind of slings it down there pretty good from her knee. So yeah, she's got a quality catcher behind the dish.
Yeah, she's active behind the plate.
Yeah.
Really puts a lot of effort into the mechanics. That's what's fun to.
And Reagan really came on too at the plate last year too as a freshman. She was
honorable mention all conference, I believe.
As a freshman. So leading off for the Chieftains, it's your starting pitcher, number 2, Riley Hall. It's going to be tough kind of seeing. I'm glad we got. Boy, I tell you, this is going to be tough. Actually, we got to. I'm glad we're doing the book too, because
I got sweatshirts.
You won't be able to see the numbers.
Yeah.
But Riley Hall leading it off for the Chieftains, and the first pitch for the 2026 season is a strike right on the inside corner. Audra Aderman firing some strikes here at the unofficial Peg Aderman Field, named after her aunt. I had to change up the pronunciation for the word because, growing up originally I'm from Minnesota, but I grew up in Florida, and everybody down there says aunt.
Yeah, right.
And I said aunt up here, and I've lived in River Falls for 20 years, but they were like, what are you talking about? And there's a foul ball. Count runs to 1-2, but it's pronounced aunt.
I know.
Apparently.
Yeah, I say aunt a lot though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a well-traveled man though.
Well, I don't know where I've been, but I'll go a lot.
I spent a week one night in.
Oh shoot.
Over in Osceola.
Osceola's a cool town.
Yeah.
I like.
That's one of Fred Barr's famous lines. I spent a week one night.
In Osceola.
Yeah.
I like going to Tippy. Is it Tippy Canoes? Tippy Canoes?
Osceola's a fun town.
That'll be good to get a
Aderman rocks and delivers. Fouled off again. Good at bat here by Riley Hall. She's one of the 2 seniors on the squad. Riley Hall's a senior, and Courtney Sletcha.
Yeah, she's falling them off here. I think I'd try a changeup.
Yeah, and if you just joined us, Riley Hall, I talked to her a little bit before the game, and she wanted to give a shout out to her mom and dad, Jeff and Melissa. She squibs one to first. Nice play.
She did throw a changeup there. I thought that would work. You're battling down 1-2 and you fall off 3-4 pitches. You're not thinking about I better wait for a changeup. You're just trying to stay alive.
Yeah, so Otterman gets the first out of the 2026 season, and now batting for the Chieftains, the third baseman, number 20, Brooklyn Miller. Brooklyn is a freshman. Let's see, let me count the freshmen they have in the lineup. First one, just a bit off the plate, ball
looks like
one.
6 freshmen in the lineup to me.
Yeah. Yeah, young squad for head coach Anne-Marie Campo. There was a Danielle Campo that used to work at UWRF. I wonder to ask her after the game if they're related. 1-1 is the count, 1 out here in the top of the first inning at Peg Aderman Field here on the campus of River Falls High School. That strike right on the outside corner. Aderman is dealing to start the season off. Aderman rocks and delivers the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3.
Yeah, pretty encouraging. 2 batters, and I don't know what 10 balls thrown. That girl, the first girl battled, probably hit 3-4 fouls.
We talked about that last night. Throwing strikes.
Yeah,
throwing strikes. Next up for the Chieftains, number 25, the shortstop Emily Tebben.
I think it might have been that little coaching you gave her when you called me and we were riding in the car together.
It was more of a good luck and have a good year. I don't know how much coaching that is.
You slipped in throw strikes.
Yeah, I slipped in throw strikes, which I think every pitcher in the planet in either baseball or softball that coaches, they throw strikes. Well, what if easier said than done sometimes.
There's a lot of fun YouTube videos of the pitcher out there after the coach says it, or the pitcher will turn around and be like, oh, there's a great idea. I think I'll throw strikes.
Yeah. Well, but one of the things I think I guess what I meant by saying that is, don't try to get too cute and just throw strikes and let your infield and your outfield. She's got a good team behind her.
100%.
Hudson Walker at shortstop and Ava Larson, had that left side of the infield, and Danny. That's a great infield. And for the first time in quite a while, actually. And we haven't been able to say this about River Falls softball because they seem like they've always been young.
Yeah.
Am I accurate with
that? Oh no, 100%.
We got the same girls, and they've been playing up, and they're getting to be juniors and seniors now, and we still have some young players out there, but even the ones that are sophomores and stuff, they played last year.
They played last year. Yep. Well, no, I'm sure Osceola will see that with 6 kids on the team.
Right.
Next year will be.
Aderman tried the outside corner, 1-2 outside. 2-2 the count. 2 down here in the top of the first inning. Angie Clifton's got zeros across the board. It seems like it's the bottom of the 7th, but it's not. There's strike 3. Aderman retires the side, 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. Was the first strikeout, which was the second out, was that a swinging or looking?
First one was a swinging.
Yep, and then that one was swinging too. Yep. All right, 3 up, 3 down for the Wildcats. We head to the bottom of the first. And previewing the order coming up, leading off, Danny Pellinger, Ava Larson, and Hudson Walker. Well, I bought the Game Changer, so the monthly fee, so I could get the stats and all that. Maybe I pull them up, and we don't have any yet, so I don't have to worry about that.
I don't know of.
But for future games, I can look at the stats while they're coming up.
Yeah, I think if anybody played, it had to be down south or maybe over in Wisconsin Dells. I haven't been following that close to a lot of the.
Well, do you know a little bit about? I know I was looking at I have to do the broadcast I got asked to do the broadcast for the UWRF. I think, is it Bethel? They play, I think, Bethel tomorrow.
Baseball?
Softball.
Oh, and softball.
So we're doing softball tomorrow. They need me to do the PA and the broadcast at the same time.
Right.
So I'm going to try.
What time is that?
Well, it was at 1, but it got moved back to 2 now. Right. And I was supposed to go to a fantasy baseball draft, and I'm going to have another guy drafting my team while I'm doing that. But anyway, there was a girl from Rice Lake had a couple players, or maybe it was on UW. But anyway, there was some Big Rivers Conference players in that game. But I know my segue to that is I thought the BRC in softball was outstanding last year.
Oh, it sure was.
And I was going to check and see what you kind of knew about coming in this year.
Well, Chippewa is going to be good.
They're solid.
There's no question about it. They got a pitcher that's just lights out. I mean, she's that tall blonde-haired gal that she's got gas. She's got rise ball. She's got changeup. New Richmond will be right in there again, and New Richmond has a really good pitcher who's only a sophomore. At least I think she's really good. Throws hard and has some good movement. They probably have. I'm guessing Swanepoel, shortstop, and she's backup pitcher, but she'd probably pitch on any other team. But she's one of the best players in the conference. And then, I think I'm trying to think who was kind of slated next in there. I'm kind of drawing a blank on there on who was kind of looking to be, third place, fourth place. I think River Falls was slated sixth, maybe.
Okay.
Time will tell, right?
Yeah, time will tell. That's why they play the game. Leading off for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the first inning, the second baseman, number 25, Danny Pellinger. Pellinger with an open stance.
That change up right off the bat.
Tightly braided ponytail. I looked Riley Hall looked like she had a pretty good little slider going too in warm-ups. Looked like it got pretty good movement. Pellinger knocked that one to center field, and
had a little.
Jolene Mortensen was kind of coming in on it. It was kind of a knuckleball. It was knuckleballing and it dropped right in front of her.
Yeah, spinning in that. She couldn't get her glove up high.
Yeah,
so
it was kind of a tough play. I'm going to give her a hit.
Steve give you money for that?
He didn't, but I think when a ball's knuckling, it did. Kind of the rule of thumb if it touched the glove, but she was kind of coming in and stumbling. That would have been a good play. Now batting for the Wildcats in the 2-hole, third baseman Ava Larson. Larson fists one, pops it up to short, and Emily Tebben grabs that one for out number 1.
Here comes Bob Burrows.
At F6 if you're scoring at home.
So had kind of two pop-ups here.
Hudson Walker. She's a sophomore playing shortstop for the Wildcats. Or for some of the Osceola Chieftain fans that are tuning in as Walker takes ball 1. Her dad, Matt Walker, used to be the head coach for UWF River Falls Falcon football. They won a national title. And then he got the job down at Drake University. But from what I hear, I think the Walker family is going to stay in town here for a while.
That's the way it sounds. I guarantee you Matt's watching right now.
For sure. Well, hey, Matt, thumbs up to you, brother. And we're hoping for Hudson Walker to square one up here and knock one down the line to left field. 1-1 the count. That one gets by the catcher. And Pellinger will scoot on over to third base. 2-1 the count to Hudson Walker, the super sophomore shortstop for the Wildcats. Matt Walker himself, I don't know if you were watching Fish baseball back in the day when he was just here. He was pitching and playing for the River Falls Fighting Fish.
Yeah, I didn't really know him back then, but
That ball high. Pellinger's going to race home, slide, she's in. Yeah, and the home plate umpire calls Pellinger safe. The foot got just in under the tag. And the Wildcats are up 1-0 here in the bottom of 1.
That was a nice hustle by Danny. That ball took a pretty good hop for the catcher.
It did.
Sometimes you get them back over there and they can roll around for a week, and that one popped right to her. Back to the pitcher was a little high.
That was a great play by the Chieftain catcher, Ava Giller. Not only hustled to get back there, but I thought that was she'd be almost coming and standing up, and not only a play, but it was a very close play. Good slide by Danny to put the Wildcats up 1-0.
It's always good to get that first run of the year.
Full count to Hudson Walker. 1 down here in the bottom of the first. Riley Hall on the rubber for the Chieftains. And that, I don't know if it hit her in the helmet or the bat, but
helmet,
the umpire said helmet.
I thought helmet.
Yep, kind of nicked the helmet, and Hudson Walker will walk on down to first base. Hit by pitch.
Anyway on is what I say.
1 down, Walker at first, and sophomore catcher Reagan Shears at the plate for the Wildcats. Leah Fletcher is bundled up like a cocoon over there, coaching in the third base box.
Well,
she looks like she's a caterpillar about ready to explode into a butterfly. Schurz gets one over the head of left fielder Bryn Flater.
Not much Hudson could really do there. She kind of had to hold
Yeah, he
it
had to
around.
wait. Schurz scampers in with a double. And Hudson Walker goes to third. And with 2 on and 1 out, it brings up the right fielder, Brenna Clifton. There's a guy down here sitting behind the home plate, not wearing a hat, light sweatshirt. That pass ball is going to score Hudson Walker, and Reagan Schurz is going to scamper in all the way from second base. Wildcats up 3-0.
Yeah, that was kind of
3-0 here in the top of the first inning. Coach Fletcher's got to be happy about that hustle, Paul.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of an unfortunate toss going off our batter's helmet, right? Heads up. That'd have caught it.
Clifton takes a rip at that one, fouls it straight back. 1-1 the count.
I see the whole JV team who didn't have a game today, they just got in here after practice, which will be interesting how they stay warm. You know, they've been sweating for the last hour and a half, and now they're
Man, I don't know, too. On a day like today, I think you could be running around and maybe not sweating too much.
Yeah, that's true.
But sometimes when you bundle up, like Coach Leah Fletcher is over in the third base coaching box. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pulled the first baseman.
Yeah, first baseman for Osceola, Addison Jeske, looked like when she was going up to grab that, she just pulled her foot. And Brenna Clifton hustled. Her hustle got her you kind of got to give that a base hit, too. It was cleanly fielded. And
Yeah, I think so.
Now batting for the Wildcats is center fielder number 6, Caitlin Moe. Caitlin started out last season as and correct me if I'm wrong, but she started out the season as the shortstop. They moved her to center.
Yep.
And then and she stayed out there.
Yeah, I think that's where
job.
she really that's kind of her natural spot. Is she's quick as a cat.
Yeah, she's got some speed on her. Wildcats up 3-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. A 2-0 count to Moe. There's one down. And Brenna Clifton is on second base. Moe takes that. Whoop.
So Matt Walker is watching. He just texted us, but he's getting ready to speak at a coach's clinic. He'll come back and watch the rest later.
You got it, Coach. Good luck down in Des Moines. Coach Walker, I got one of my best buddies from way back in my TV days. Mark Talshek is in Des Moines. I got to get you two. I got to have you meet him. He's a great guy, and I think you guys would get along well, and I think you could help out the Drake football program, too. He's kind of a big wig at the big hospital
really?
in Des Moines.
Well, if you're going to have a sponsor, that's a good place to start.
Yeah. Moe taps one to first. To third. She's gonna beat that out and score Brenna Clifton from third. Wildcats are up 4-0.
Well, it's a good.
Caitlin, she just banged that one in the dirt and beat it out.
Good example of hustle right there.
Caitlin Moe on first. 4-0 here in the bottom of the first. One down, and Riley Johnson, the designated player, is at the plate.
Didn't she? I thought she got hit. Isn't the replay coming up? We could all been fooled. Riley didn't look like she did either, or she wants to bat.
I wonder if somebody's ever going to get Peg Aderman a sweatshirt or a T-shirt that says, "This field is named after me."
Well, no, I struggle at Christmas coming up with a present for her, but now I got an idea.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure Riley got hit. Fans at home, I guess, will tell us what they thought.
Well, the count is 1-1, one down. Caitlin Moe at second base and Riley Johnson in the box. Riley doing the designated player duties today. Josh Idem, longtime fish player and fish manager for many a year, is tuning in, listening to the ballgame. Josh, thanks for joining.
Oh, Riley had a nice cut at that.
I think Josh has been pretty involved in the youth softball. I think he's got a daughter playing, and I'm not sure what grade she's
he was
in.
For sure. I don't know how involved now, I guess. Yeah, Riley's getting some good hacks. We've had so many batters, I almost forgot how we got out. But no, I remember Ava popped up.
Yeah, Ava popped out to the shortstop for the first out, and that's where we still sit with one down here. Riley Johnson's taking some hacks. She hits that one off her left ankle. 1-2 the count, one down. Riley Hall on the rubber for the Chieftains. Hall takes her sign, rocks, and delivers. That one's going to be high, ball 2. Kaylee Barris on deck for the Wildcats.
Oh, sure.
Kaylee Barris is a sophomore.
Those of you
Riley Johnson's a senior. There's a big swing straight back. She just got under that one, Paul.
Satellite dish.
Yeah, no kidding.
Our director, producer, and Mr. YOLO, we call him. Mr. YOLO, Steve Pellinger, is in the director's chair. We'll have him mic'd up next game.
Yep.
Oh,
There's
nice,
a
yeah.
squared it up right at the shortstop, Emily Tebben. And Tebben makes a great play and gets Johnson at first.
That's a sweet swing, man. That's her
She
best
squared
hit.
that
That's
one
her
up.
most solid hit of the game so far, right there.
Advance the runner.
Johnson squared it up, but right at Tebben, and for out number 2. Now batting for the Wildcats, the first baseman, Kaylee Barris. Barris, like we said, she is a sophomore. She takes that changeup just a little high, ball 1.
That looked like a nice pitch.
Yeah. The home plate umpire must have heard us because he put his thumb up like it was high. That one was high for sure. Ball 2.
Yeah, and Kaylee is, I believe, getting her first crack on the varsity. Last year she played JV.
Boy, you got to hand it to Osceola pitcher Riley Hall. She's out there short sleeves slinging it.
Oh, yeah.
And we couldn't see it because the first base dugout got in our line of sight. But first baseman Addison Jeske made a heck of a play to go over there and get that foul ball off the bat of Kaylee Barris for out number 3. If you're scoring at home, F3. So the Wildcats get 4 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. And they leave 1, I believe. And we head to the top of the second. River Falls up 4-zip.
You want to try the sponsors? Oh, yeah.
And we're gonna say thanks to our Wildcat softball sponsors. Here we go, Steve.
Johnny's Bar. This is the delay.
Right. But is it us just talking or?
You guys gotta talk.
Oh, guy. Okay. Yeah. Thanks to Johnny's Bar. It's always 70 and sunny at Johnny's Bar. Jared Hines, American Family, protect your cash with the stash. Look at that guy. That is a powerful, powerful push broom. American Family Insurance, Jared Hines in Ellsworth, Wisconsin. And Sarah Jenkins, Real Estate, Property Executives Realty. You can give Sarah Jenkins a call at 612-703-3944, or you can check her out at sarahjenkins.com. And Allie Massa from the Massa Team Mortgage, powered by Success. We'll go back, and you can get out of there, and we'll go back to him in the second inning or leading off for the Chieftains in the top of the second inning, the first baseman, number 21, Addison Jeske. Jeske made a nice play. How many times have you seen it, Paul? Girl in the field makes a great play and leads off the inning.
Yep.
Aderman was pumping strikes in the first inning, and she
We'll hook up on Tuesday.
starts where she left off in the top of 1. 0-1 the count to Jeske. Aderman delivers. A little high and inside, just barely.
That was actually a perfect spot.
Yeah.
See if she'd go after it.
Yep. Just missed on the inside. 1-1 the count. Aderman rocks and delivers. Gets that one right in the outside part of the plate. Pinpoint accuracy by number 1 in your game programs, Audrey Aderman, number 1 in your hearts. Jeske is a freshman as well, and she goes down. I was looking at the roster. Did she go down swinging or looking?
Looking.
So a backwards K for Aderman.
Yeah, it's nice to see Audrey having some control here earlier in the year. I mean, that's been one thing that's plagued her, getting long in the count a lot in the past. So,
well, sometimes too, like your senior year, you just start kind of going after the hitters and trusting the players behind you. Center fielder Jolene Martinson in the box for the Chieftains. Head coach Anne Marie Campos barking some instructions at her from the third base box. Morton's kind of got a crouch down batting stance, kind of Pete Rose-like.
a little bit.
0-2 the count. Aderman gets her sign from Reagan Schurz, and she's going fastball high at the letters. That's exactly what you want on an 0-2 pitch. Something close, but not anything to hit, and Aderman did just that. Aderman blows that one by her. A swing and strike 3 for the second out of the inning, and Aderman has 4 strikeouts in a row. And now that brings up the second baseman, Grace Sanders. The Chieftains donning some sweatshirts.
They are.
That fastball in the outside corner, the kind of a half swing by Sanders.
Yeah, I don't think I'd try a change up here.
Emily Sanders, also a freshman for head coach Campo. One thing I will say, the Chieftains have some sweet batting helmets and matching batting gloves.
Oh,
Gloves, at least Emily Sanders, Grace Sanders does.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I
didn't
said
notice it.
Emily earlier. It's Grace Sanders. And actually, it's Grace Sander.
Oh, Sander.
Yeah. They got an Emily Sanders and a Grace Sander. We cleaned up that error.
Well,
Aderman throws. What is the plate again in softball? Is it
43.
43? She threw that one about 41.
Yep.
3-1 the count to Grace Sanders, the second baseman for the Chieftains.
I wonder how many times Sander thought she was lucky that she got to go first in line with the alphabet all the time.
Right. Sander fought that one off a fastball in the upper part of the zone. That was a strike, though. She was a little behind on it. Full count for Aderman. 2 down here in the top of the second inning. Aderman adjusts her mask, gets the sign from Schurz, and delivers the pitch. Little high, ball 4, and Sander draws a walk. The first base runner of the afternoon for the Chieftains. And now batting for Osceola, the catcher, Ava Giller. Giller's a sophomore. She wants to give a shout out to her mom, Nicole.
That's awesome.
Actually, I talked to Ava, I talked to her and Riley, probably that Riley Hall the most before the game. The coach was kind of busy hitting some ground balls, but catcher was getting geared up, and nice kids. They were
Well, and that's nice. You know, these games are hard to get to when you're working. 4:30, you live in Osceola. You got to leave at 3:15.
For sure.
And it's nice to be able to watch these games.
Well, and one of the things too that a lot of people don't really understand, you know, that they don't get, but like the winter sports, you know, hockey and basketball and wrestling, like they're always, it's in an indoor facility, and there's always power, and there's usually is Wi-Fi.
Yep.
And if you don't have internet, you can't.
Nice
Oh, there's a
play.
great pickoff play.
Yes.
Great throw by Schurz from behind the plate. And the only runner to reach so far is eliminated from the base pass. And there's out number 3. Aderman still faced the minimum here in the first 2 innings.
That's a catcher picking you up on a walk.
Yeah.
And
So Ava Giller will come to bat in the top of the third. But leading off for the Wildcats, due up next here in the bottom of the second inning, left fielder Kenna Cook. And we're back to the top of the order in Danny Pellinger and Ava Larson. Pellinger singled and scored her first time at bat. Yeah, we can take a look at the. Do you have to start it from the beginning again, or?
No, I can go back to it.
have you tried doing any replays yet?
Yeah.
River City Stitch.
Yeah. So Callie, and then Kim French. They're both sisters, and Kim runs the Prescott store, and Callie runs the River Falls store. And if any time, they also, not that maybe anybody watching here, but there's Hudson Ray. They have other schools and stuff too.
Yeah.
They got everything.
The
other thing is they are the sponsor of the baller of the game, which
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to think about today.
Yeah, yep. So River City Stitch is also the sponsor for the Wildcat Baller of the Game. So we'll kind of vote on that. You can chime in if is there a chat section in? It is on YouTube. On the YouTube it is, yeah. So you can chime in the YouTube chat section for your vote for the River City Stitch Baller of the Game. We'll go down. Are we going to go down and do a little interview after the game?
Yeah,
We can just probably zoom in through the fence.
You can either do that or we can,
I can just bring the mic down there and zoom in through the fence.
I
That'll be pretty easy,
They
actually.
do the football ones from the press box.
Yeah, you can just get on the camera and zoom in. We'll just do it right.
Yeah, we'll do that then.
Just do it right over there.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And I don't know if we have any. Do we have any? We have some T-shirts ready to
Yeah,
roll.
we do.
Okay.
We do.
Yeah, I mean,
They'll be
well,
awarded with the T-shirt from River City Stitch.
Exactly.
What's in? Yeah. So there's your 5 sponsors: Johnny's, Jared Hines American Family, River City Stitch, the Ali Massa Mortgage Team, and Sarah Jenkins Realty, Property Executives Realty. Thanks to all those sponsors for helping us get some of this equipment. And so we didn't talk. We started to talk about it, Paul. But that Starlink, that internet that we got, is outstanding.
It is,
We
yeah.
were messing around with the internet, and that's why we never did any away games, because the internet was just so.
Well,
It
it
was
was spotty
brutal.
here. I mean, it was
Very spotty here.
and we tried.
We're kind of back in the far corner of the campus,
Yeah.
and the phone, and just where it is, and for whatever reason, the phone cell service was not very good out here either. I couldn't even get a text from Angie Clifton today.
Right.
I have like 2 bars on my phone, and I can't even get a text. Leading off for the Wildcats in the bottom of the second inning, the left fielder, Kenna Cook. Kenna Cook's a senior. Right up against the plate. Kind of squirms that one down the third baseline, foul ball.
Like to see her hustling that out.
Well, she was
Her-
fast as a 14U, and she's even faster now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ken has always been fast.
Yeah, our director, Steve Pellinger, said she was a Pellinger. Sorry, God, I do it. Her mom, Angie Clifton, was the head of the youth softball organization for a while. But did she play softball at UWRF or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, this is Kenna Cook.
Oh, well, yeah.
Her mom's
It's
teacher.
the
Her
season-
mom's teacher at Westside.
It's a season opener for all of us.
All right.
Her mom's teacher at Westside.
Yeah, Brenna Clifton. One and two, the count to Kenna Cook. Hall delivers one a little low and inside, ball 2. Nobody out. Bottom of the second inning, Wildcats up 4-zip. The scoreboard's looking pretty good over there, Steve.
What's that?
The scoreboard for the
Yeah.
on the broadcast.
Yeah, you know, this new YOLO box is pretty slick. You can do a lot of stuff with it. Half of it I don't know yet, but I will.
It's a little different for me doing the play-by-play because when I'm, I'm glad I'm not because I can do the book better and everything. It's just better. Everything's better.
Yep.
But I have to kind of look over to kind of see what's on the. Kenneth Cook draws a walk to lead off the bottom of the second inning, and that'll bring up. We're back to the top of the order in second baseman Danny Pellinger. Boy, I like that open stance. Locked and loaded, Pellinger. Puts the bat on an outside fastball and fouls it straight back. You probably heard it hit right above our heads here in the press box.
I'm glad it wasn't my head. It sounded pretty hard.
I think getting hit in the head with a softball on a 36-degree day would hurt a little worse.
Yeah, stings in the summer, just like how bad it'd be now.
Yeah. Little changeup by Hall on the outside corner, just a bit outside. And Kenneth Cook swipes second base.
I think if this continues, Coach Fletcher down there could be in a permanent Eskimo suit by the end of this.
Yeah.
She's getting huddled up more and more.
She looks like Ralphie from A Christmas Story. Bundled up. No, not Ralphie. His brother Randy. His brother Randy. That pitch high off Giller's glove. And Kenneth Cook scampers over to third.
That was a nice play by the shortstop there. Catcher
nice,
winged her down there, and the catcher did a nice backup job.
Yeah, nice backup. Well, there's a group of people out there in left center.
Yeah, and
getting the bird's eye view in.
One's not Ray Ralston. I think this is the first time. Yeah, no outs. No outs. Players safe. Yeah, I think this is the first high school softball game I've been in the last 4 years. I haven't seen Ray Ralston out there.
He was heading over to. Alexis plays hockey at? Is it UW Stevens Point?
Yep, Stevens Point.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he was probably heading over to Stevens Point most of this winter, watching her play.
Well, between that and coaching, he coaches the the 13U team boys, and then he's got a daughter that is a senior, played for the Fusion.
Yep. He had a busy winter.
Yeah, they wake up in the morning and put long johns on, I think.
Yeah. Pellinger draws a walk, so first and third for the two-hole hitter, third baseman Ava Larson. Larson started to come on. She started her junior, right off the bat. Started a little slow for her standards, and boy, she came on late. The second half of the year, she was squaring the ball up.
Yep. Yeah, it'd be good to have her take off from where she left off.
I actually I run into Ava Larson at Patak's grocery store all the time. Yeah. She's one of the checkout girls, and she works part-time at Patak's grocery store in River Falls, and go through the line and talk to her about while she's ringing up the groceries. She and I talk softball. She's laughing and got a smile on her face like every time I see her.
I'm sure of that.
Riley Hall rocks and delivers. Larson skies that one up a mile in the air. That came about 2 inches away from hitting Mama Pellinger.
Yep.
I don't dare tell those people down below that I'm getting a little hot up here in my heated shirt.
That is not the case for me. I do not have a heated shirt. Ava Larson
Oh,
absolutely tattoos a frozen road all the way to the wall. She's going to score Kenneth Cook and Danny Pellinger. And Ava Larson is at second with a stand-up double. Boy, I don't know if you can hit a ball any harder than that.
Nope, she hit that one right on the head.
At second with a stand-up double. You got the replay working? Boy, I don't know if you can hit a ball any harder than that.
Nope, she hit that one right.
Larson's 2 RBI double puts the Wildcats up 6-zip, and that'll bring up shortstop Hudson Walker to the plate. That one just a bit inside off the shin guard of Ava Giller, and Larson will head on over to third.
Hit it right away.
Otherwise, it takes a while.
Well, on the Wildcat stuff, like once you hit it, it'll go back 15 seconds.
Yeah, I can see
And then,
that.
but then you have to play it later, though. Like you have to
I
hit
can
play.
play it either right away or later.
Right. But did you hit it right away or not?
I didn't.
Okay, got ya.
So,
Got ya.
all part of the learning process.
For sure. Like I said, it's a season opener for the players and the broadcast booth.
Broadcast crew, yeah.
1-1 the count. Hudson Walker in the box. She fists one off over the first base dugout, 1-2.
Nikki Ralston just texted me. They're watching. They finally.
Hello, Nikki.
They thought with one time it's cold out and they don't have to go somewhere. They're staying home, and I don't blame them.
The Pirate Queen, you know who the Pirate Queen is? Looks like she's in the stands over there watching the game.
Ooh.
And Ava Larson is going to slide in on the pass ball. She's safe.
The Pirate Queen. No, you got me stumped on that one, Greg.
O'Malley from the girls basketball team.
Oh.
I think that's her, if my eyes serve me correctly.
Speaking of basketball, Missy Wilson said she would love to do a game, but she wants to wait till it's above 65.
She's a fair weather.
Yeah.
She's a fair weather broadcaster. She's kind of like Johnny's, where it's always 70 and sunny in Johnny's. It's always 70 and sunny inside the gym too. Not the case today here at Peg Aderman Field on the campus of River Falls High School, where it's a crisp 36 degrees and I think the winds died down to about 9 miles an hour. Hall rocks and delivers, and Hudson Walker is going to take a walk. She was hit by a pitch in the first inning and walked in the second. Reached base twice. Reagan Scherz doubled in the first inning and scored, and she's now at the plate. Scherz had a nice play behind the plate when she picked off Grace Sander at first base in the top of the second.
Oh,
Scherz
boy.
pummels one to center, way over the logo in center, and Scherz is ripping around the base paths for a stand-up triple. An RBI triple off the bat of Reagan Scherz, and she has a double and a triple to start off the 2026 season.
Number 8, Brenna Clifton.
Sounds like Lynn Aderman is watching down on the beach in South Padre.
And it's probably sunny and way over 70 in South Padre, Texas. Now batting for the Wildcats, the right fielder, Brenna Clifton. Scherz is at third.
If we get bored, I've got a good tarnation free burger that we could get. Only Chantel Doulis would be able to get it. Which is,
Trivia. You got a trivia question?
yeah, which is probably good because she knows that if her and I are both watching the game, she's not going to get any trivia questions.
You're
right.
like Quick Draw McGraw
Yeah.
on the River Falls Sports YouTube chat section on the trivia questions.
I bet she's shaking her head right now. She's watching. She's down in Florida watching her daughter play for Luther.
Luther College.
I'm guessing she's got my best buddy, my best friend J-Mo with her. He's probably watching too right now. Hey, J-Mo.
Shout out to J-Mo. Riley Hall delivers for the Chieftains. That little changeup just a bit high. 2-2 the count. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Wildcats have already plated 4. Scherz is on third. Clifton at the plate. And Caitlin Moe on deck for Coach Fletcher and the Wildcats. That changeup just a little bit outside. Riley Hall and third baseman Brooklyn Miller were talking about some type of thing. That was a ground ball over to Emily Tebben. And Tebben gets Clifton at first, but that'll score Scherz. And the Wildcats now lead 9-zip
Number 6, Caitlin Moe.
with one down. Bases are clear, and center fielder Caitlin Moe at the plate for the Wildcats. Home plate umpire called that one a little high. It looked pretty decent.
Yeah, we do struggle up here with the high part because there's a lot of high ones that we think could be strikes, and then you get if you had a little different angle, they'd be.
That one was right down the pipe. 1-1 the count. Boy, Osceola, speaking of Osceola and the Chieftains, they had some battles for a couple years with the Wildcats in girls basketball. They had a girl up there called Hattie Fox that ended up, she plays now at,
oh boy, that's
Caitlin Moe got into that one and got all of it. Touch them all. Caitlin Moe hits a bomb to left center, a little more center. And Caitlin Moe with the first home run of the season for the Wildcats. And that was a no-doubter, Paul.
Yep, I knew it. I knew it before it got off the bat.
That was a no-doubter.
Now batting the designated player.
Steve's working on the replay. We got brand new equipment this year. It's got a lot of functions, none that I could operate at all other than the power button. But Steve's getting through it. Excited that we have this equipment.
And we have a wireless camera where we could get some close-up shots. We could not get it going today, but we will. We will. It was working yesterday.
Yep.
And we'll figure it out. But we've got a sweet wireless camera that we can kind of harness up. It kind of clamps onto the top of the fence, and we can get some close-up of the players. And does it have a little remote too, where you can move it around?
Remote, I can zoom in and zoom out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That'll be it's got a remote where you can zoom in and zoom out a little bit. So that'll be a nice feature, and we'll definitely have that rocking and rolling in the games to come. 2-0 the count to Riley Johnson. Johnson fouls that one back, 2-1. Caitlin Moe started off the season last year, too. She had a couple of...
Bill Lucas from New Richmond just chiming in. He's a great dude. He's got a daughter that's playing for Morris, I believe, must be a sophomore. Ginger, one of Audra's favorites, played with her before.
Minnesota Morris.
And then a daughter that I believe is junior that will be playing for New Richmond this year too. He's just a good dude. He used to be a big part of the New Richmond Youth Association.
Riley Johnson skies that one to first base, and Addison Jeske makes another good play. So the infield fly ball out by Riley Johnson gives the Chieftains 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, and Kaylee Barris will be the 9th batter of the inning. First baseman Barris. She's locked and loaded, and she hits a bomb to left center. That's going to hit off the base of the wall, and Kaylee Barris is going to trot on in for a double of her own.
That's fun. That's first. It's her first varsity hit. I'm sure of that. So congratulations.
Yeah, she had Barris flew out in foul ball territory to first base in her first at bat. Second at bat, there was no doubt about that one. That hit off the base of the wall for a stand-up double. And Kenna Cook will bat for the second time in the second inning. That always makes for some fun changing up the scorebook here. Kenna Cook walked to start off the inning and scored. This is her second at bat of the inning. That one on the inside part of the plate.
Good heads-up base running by Barris there. Had her, took that first couple good steps lead, and as soon as it was off the catcher's glove, she was on the move.
Bottom of the second, Wildcats up 10-0. 1-1 count to Kenna Cook. Swings and misses 1-2. Riley Hall checks her sign and delivers. That fastball high and just a little bit outside. Well, Coach Fletcher could be warming up a little bit. She got rid of one. She has one hood on, but she shedded the second hood. And Kenna Cook will go down looking for that'd be the third out of the inning.
Yeah, a little.
And that concludes the bottom of the second. It was a long one. Wildcats score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And leave one. We head to the top of the third. Wildcats up 10-zip.
Yep, looks like Brenna Clifton is coming out. Start the third inning here. She was playing right field.
Not a bad day for starting pitcher Audrey Aderman. She faced 6 batters, the minimum, and she had 4 strikeouts and did not surrender a hit. So you can't get 2 better innings than that, really.
No, a good start to the year, right? Good, get the jitters out, all that stuff.
Looks like we have another catcher coming in as well.
Is that
Wait, no. Yeah, Kaylee Barris played.
She was playing first. Now she's moving to catcher.
So if Osceola does this and they're all still wearing sweatshirts, I apologize to some of the Osceola parents, but it will be impossible.
Looks like we got a lineup change. Looks like Jazzy Schwantz is in right field.
Yeah, we got Jazzy Schwantz now in the game in right field.
Looks like Kenna Cook is going to center, and
Kenna Cook will go to center. We got
Caitlin Moe's at center.
Number 15, Kylan Larson, is going to first base. Kylan Larson played basketball for the Wildcats this winter.
Yeah. Well, and Kylan's
we called her the skinny.
Kylan's a good pitcher as well, and that's the exciting part. For the last, I don't even know how many years. I'd say 4 years ago we had 3 total pitchers, and on varsity and JV. This year we have 5 pitchers who I think legitimately can pitch in just about every game. So that'd be my trivia question to Chantel Douglas. When's the last time we had 8 seniors on a River Falls team, and then when's the last time we had 5 pitchers that we thought we could count on for varsity? She's going through the books right now. She's in the trunk. She's paging through the books.
She's doing some deep dive research.
Kylan Larson at first base.
Yeah, we were talking about her.
Okay.
Yeah. So Brenna Clifton on the rubber for the Wildcats. So we got a new battery. And Kaylee Barris behind the dish for River Falls. Boy, coach and teacher Scott Emery's bundled up there. He has the choppers on.
I bet he could sell them for top dollar today.
He could. His daughter Meredith playing for the Wildcats. Due up next for the Chieftains, Ava Giller, Bryn Flater, and Emily Sanders.
Leading off for Osceola in the top of the third.
Giller's the catcher. She's been pretty busy back there today. Clifton with a 10-0 lead. Just a bit outside. Tried the corner and missed. Chadmo right here below us has one of the cooler looking Wildcat Parkers you're ever going to see.
Who's that?
Or wait a minute.
That's Tim.
Yeah.
He's a hockey coach, right? Or no?
Yeah.
He's a hockey coach. Yeah, he's not going to be cold.
No. That's right. And that's his daughter right there, right?
Catcher. She was playing first base.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome. So that obviously means we got at least 3 catchers. Mo Kilville
Clifton just a bit outside, runs the count to 3-1. Yeah, and Mo Kilville did. Where does she usually play when she's here?
Catcher.
Yeah.
That was first base and catcher. If you didn't catch that.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, Steve. Yeah, Director Steve Pellinger's chiming in, but he's not mic'd up today. He'll be mic'd up Well, Spooner will be you two.
Spooner is canceled.
Oh, it is.
I didn't even see that.
Yep, came out on Sports Shoot today.
Oh. No.
Inclement.
Giller rips one, but hits it foul.
Probably not
Runs the count full
terrible
3 and
idea.
2.
It's going to be about feels like 22 or 23 tomorrow at that time.
Director Steve just popped in that the game in Spooner was canceled due to probably a sloshy field, or
Just cool, I think. Cool, and it's gonna be about a 15-mile-an-hour wind and colder than today. And it's always cooler in Spooner.
Giller draws a walk.
What are they? What's Spooner? Are they the Rails? Spooner Rails.
Yes. The Rails. Now batting for Osceola, the left fielder, Bryn Flater.
Spooner's a cool town. I was kind of looking forward to going up there. Me and Steve, we're going to road trip up there.
Yep.
Boy, the Spooner Golf Club has got one of the cooler golf courses around too.
I've heard that. Yeah.
It's a nice course. Clifton delivers.
Nice pitch.
Nice fastball right in the inside part of the plate. 1-1 the count to Flater.
I think looks like Brenna Clifton's picked up some speed over
She has.
the winter.
She's increased the velo. Another nice fastball, this time on the outside part of the plate. Flater swings through that. 1-2 the count. Nobody out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Wildcats up 10-zip.
I just got a notification my River Falls softball merch just showed up at the house.
Yep,
It's about an hour and a half late.
There's a changeup.
Yeah, that's a nice change.
Had Flater right out in front of it. She pool cues it over to the first base side. Chieftain head coach Anne Marie Campos, she went with the stocking cap. And Coach Fletcher went with the two-hooded process. She had a sweatshirt hoodie on and the jacket parka hoodie.
Oh, I didn't tell you. So we were down in Austin, Texas this winter on a little long weekend. Sitting there down at the pool.
This is a work trip or
No,
a trip?
Yep, just a trip. Another one my wife signed me up for.
Okay. Clifton
and-
gets that fastball on the outside part of the plate.
And we're sitting
And
there
that's strike 3.
talking to this guy, and I forget. I'm having a memory lapse. But where's Fletcher from? What's the name of that town?
Chieftains,
yeah.
Wisconsin.
Chieftains. So I say to this guy, I'm like, "Hey, where are you guys from?" And he goes, "Chieftains." I'm like, "You know Leah Fletcher?" And he starts laughing. He goes, "It's my cousin." and the other guy goes, "Yeah, I know Leah, but I know her dad a lot better." And I'm sure the snowman's watching right now. But he used to work with him. I'm like, what's the odds of being at a pool in Austin, Texas?
Well, when you know Coach Leah Fletcher, the odds are pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice pitch.
The charismatic, fearless leader of the Wildcats. She's known far and wide around the country.
Without
From
a doubt.
Chieftains all the way over to Sacramento. Chantel, speaking of Chantel Dulas earlier, she dug up a old-time high school photo of Coach Fletcher when she was pitching for Chieftains. And we've got it, and I got to get it over to our director, Steve, to pop it up on the YOLO.
Yeah, we need to do that. And I think our prom picture when it gets towards prom time.
Well, we popped that up
yeah, we
many
did
times
that.
last year.
But I don't know if you can pop it up enough, can you?
Okay. So that was Emily. I'm sorry about that, Chieftain fans. That was Emily Sanders, and she went down swinging for the second out. And this brings up, I believe this is the pitcher, Riley Hall. Leadoff hitter. Top of the 3rd. 1-0 the count. Brenna Clifton on the rubber for the Wildcats, and Riley Hall in the batter's box.
Nice.
That was a
Painted the corner on that
fastball right on the outside part of the plate.
Pitch.
That thing was spinning a little bit, wasn't it?
Yep.
That little changeup hits the dirt. Yeah, we have to have a little post-game meeting with Angie Clifton to tell her about the
zeros on the scoreboard.
yeah. let people know what inning it's in.
Be a tough play.
There's a squibber, and boy, what a play at third base by Ava Larson. Comes in and fields it cleanly and throws a bullet over to first base. There's a squibber, Kylan Larson for out number 3. What a play at third base by Ava Larson.
It's a historical moment.
Yeah. Pitcher Riley Larson, she was at the plate for the Chieftains, kind of squibs one down the third baseline, and Ava Larson comes in, makes a great play, fires it to first for the 3rd out of the inning.
Yeah, she couldn't hardly, but she would if she bunted it, couldn't have been better than that.
No.
We're bottom of 3, right?
We are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We could take another opportunity to either
Let's do the
say thank you to our River Falls softball sponsors. Take it away, Steve.
All right. I want to thank Johnny's Bar, downtown River Falls, where it's always sunny and 70. Go down and see Dave and Cheryl. Say hi. Dave and Cheryl, big softball supporters for a lot of years, and definitely thank them for...
I was talking to Dave earlier today, Cheryl earlier today about they're going to redo their billboard up at the ballpark.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, Jared Hines Agency. Trust your crash with the stash. Jared Hines Agency in Ellsworth, Wisconsin. Serving.
Is there a better mustache in?
There's not a better mustache
in Western Wisconsin.
No, he is rocking it. He's got that porn mustache. And Sarah Jenkins Real Estate Property Executives. Go down and see Sarah if you looking to buy a home, looking to refinance, build. And Allie Massa and the Massa team, Massa Mortgage, for all of your finance needs. All right, and then finally, River City Stitch, proud sponsors of River Falls Wildcat Softball and our sponsor of the Baller of the Game. Take this opportunity if you want, go on, get on that chat, and give us your vote for who the Baller of the Game will be for this game.
Right now, I'd have to say, heading in it, if be tough to not pick Reagan. Sure, she has a double and a triple. Yep. She's scored twice.
Well, there's no law against having multiple
ballers
of the game.
No.
We've done it before.
It comes down to number of T-shirts, really.
We got 4.
Okay, there you go.
Some of them are a little small, though.
Well, that's my magnet for my mic.
Riley Hall in the circle for the Chieftains on the rubber. And leading off the bottom of the 3rd inning for... So I think... Yeah, we got a sub here. This is Ella Stanley. Ella's a senior.
I think this might be Ella's first varsity at bat.
Oh,
she dropped it.
And Ella Stanley's going to get a single because that was a tough play. Shortstop Emily Tebben dove for it. She had it for a second. It was an ice cream cone job, and the ball popped out. Ella Stanley on first base with an infield single. And sophomore Nora Killian.
Nope, junior. She's a junior.
Okay.
Yeah, they got it wrong in the program.
They got her
She's
as a sophomore in the program, but I can tell you without a doubt, our director, Steve Pellinger, knows she's a junior, and we're going to go with it.
We got to get him a mic. either that or a muzzle.
You can't keep knowledge like that bottled up. Boy, there's a hot shot by Killian as she pulled her foot. That was a great play by shortstop Emily Tebben. Good gracious.
Yeah, Nora really got into that, but it was a tailor-made double play with that hop. Throw was just off a little bit and drew the first baseman off the bag. But Nora's always been a good hitter. She got into that one.
So right now is Tatum Ellingson is in for Hudson Walker.
Tatum's a sophomore.
Yeah, Tatum Ellingson's a left-handed sophomore. Got that elbow high. Good-looking batting stance right there, Paulie.
I'd say so. Looks like she's going to turn on one.
You know, I wonder if this they had a left-hander. I was at DBAT this wintertime, and I was doing a little you know, some social media video and stuff, and there was a left-handed girl that was, and I think this is who it was, and I was wondering, she had a really good swing, and I remember, I think I was texting you guys and asking you like who that was, but I didn't have the video of it or anything. I wasn't,
Right.
and I think this is who it was. So she had a good looking swing in the cage. She had a good slap hit too. Then she was working with the trainer Ryan Esquierka. They call him Coach Crow. They were working on her slap hitting.
Oh, nice.
And Ellingson draws a walk.
Looked like a pretty decent pitch by Hall there. I don't know if that was inside or low or.
Now batting for Reagan Schurz is sophomore Jazzy Schwanz.
Jazzy looked like she had her sights set on the batting cage out there with that swing. She generally swings with everything she's got.
That one's going to hit Schwanz right on the
Mad about that one.
the left side of the torso. Schwanz is
Anyway,
hit by a pitch, and the bases are full of Wildcats. And we've got another pinch hitter.
It looks like Brenna Clifton to me.
Oh, wait a minute.
Batting for the Wildcats, the pitcher, number 8, Brenna.
Yeah, Brenna Clifton is going to stay in her normal spot. I suppose she has to, actually.
Oh,
So that is Clifton at the plate. She singled and scored in the first and grounded out to shortstop in the second. 1 for 2 on the afternoon. 1-0 the count. 1 down here in the bottom of the third inning.
I suppose. What do we? Yeah, so 10. What is it? After, if we did happen to score 5.
And Clifton grounds out to the pitcher, but it's 1-2 if you're scoring at home. Fielder's choice.
Caitlin Moe hit a bomb at her last at bat.
Yeah, Caitlin Moe hit one. I mean, that was a no-doubter, too.
Yep.
She singled, did not score in the first, and then hit a solo home run shot in the second. Caitlin Moe, just a sophomore. Tried a little backdoor changeup on the inside part of the plate, just off. 1-1 the count, 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning.
Mo
That
looked
one caught
like,
the corner.
Mo looked like Brian Giebel. I wonder if she had lessons. That was that inside pitch.
Could've.
She kind of turned her hip. I've never seen anybody that mastered the art of getting hit by an inside pitch like Brian Giebel.
Yeah. Leads the WBA, the WBA in home runs and hit by pitches.
Right.
Yeah, that was kind of cool shout out. They got the Fighting Fish are going to be on the Fox 9 Town Ball tour, and they're actually going to be on July 15th.
Well, that's when they're coming to do it.
It's the final Town Ball night tour night. So they're always kind of festive out there. All the fish games are pretty festive anyway, but that one for sure will be extra special. I know they said there's going to be, that's just foul.
Just one more place in River Falls you volunteer at, Greg.
No, but I think they're going to have like 4 live-in shots in the morning, one I think at noon, and then 2 in the evening. But they're going to have, they're pretty much going to be showcasing the town of River Falls.
That's awesome.
Is what they're doing.
Well, it's not hard to showcase River Falls.
Yeah.
Pretty cool town.
There's a single up the middle for Caitlin Moe, and she's going to plate 2 more RBI. Caitlin Moe with a single right up the middle to center, and
Next, the designated player, number 7, Riley Johnson.
I didn't have who was. I didn't have room in my book for.
Oh,
I have to have more room for who was running again. But Caitlin Moe had a two RBI single. Wildcats up 12-0. 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning.
would have been Jazzy Schwantz
Well, she
was on second.
Yeah. And then whoever was pinch hitting for Hudson Walker.
Was that Ella? Ella Stanley? Or
Yes.
she came in before that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was Ella Stanley. Coach Anne-Marie Campo is going to take a quick mound visit.
They're figuring out how to get the runner. Second base
And we got-
open, runners on first.
Yeah, we
and
got
third.
runners on the corners. And Riley Johnson at the plate for the Wildcats. Yeah, what's the in softball, high school softball, what's the run rule after? You got to go after
I think
4
it's
though,
15
right?
after 3, but I'm not sure. Bill Lucas is on. I'm sure he knows. Text me, Bill, and tell me.
Yeah, Steve, I don't know how long of the delay is, but
It's about
if you got
40 seconds.
Is it really that long? Okay. Yeah, because what I'm looking at with like on the thing where it has the runners, it just says second, but like there's a runner on second, but
What now?
it on the scoreboard it shows like there's a runner on second base, but it's probably behind. That's probably right.
Yeah, because this
Yeah.
is.
I got you. Riley Johnson in the box. Riley Hall delivers. Pass ball, and Brenna Clifton's going to slide in safe on the pass ball. Wildcats have plated 3 here in the bottom of the third. Caitlin Moe loaded up and trucking her way down to second base, Paul.
We, Angie Clifton is slipping a little bit on the tunes. We have not heard. It looks like a foul ball. We have not heard.
Well, like we said, it's season opener for not only the players in the broadcast booth, but also in the public address and DJ booth down below.
I think I'm going to text her.
Angie
right now.
Clifton has always had, since I've been out here for the the third year or the fourth year?
Third, I think.
She's always had top-notch quality tunes coming from the DJ pregame music selection that the players make. That is probably a 0.5 on a scale of 1 to 10.
She's a big gangster rap fan.
Yeah.
But Angie Clifton can play some rockin' tunes in between games, but she is maybe she's freezing cold down there, and
I put a request in. Might have had something to do with Jerry Lee Lewis.
oh yeah. And we got to talk to her about getting those zeros off. There's a fly ball to shortstop by Riley Johnson. That's corralled by Emily Tebben. And the Wildcats go down for the third out of the inning. To the top of the fourth inning, Wildcats out to a big lead, 13-0.
Looks like Tatum Ellingson is going in at shortstop. She's a sophomore.
Ella's at second.
Ella Stanley, a senior, at second base. Meredith Emery, a senior, is going into left field.
Nora Killian.
Yeah, Nora Killing. Oh, I was thinking, yeah, I saw her going out there.
Is
but I
that
didn't know.
Caitlin still in center? They got a jacket on now, so I can't tell. Cats.
Yeah, I can tell in the outfield is Jazzy Schwantz and Meredith Emery, but I can't see if that's Mo.
Well, knock on wood, all 3 of my daughters have, I'll knock on wood right here, have fairly good driving records. And their driving instructor was Coach Emery.
Coach Emery.
Yeah.
Yeah, both
And you
my
know what?
kids.
Gary Larson might have been one of them. They might, two of them might have had Coach Emery, and one of them might have had the man, the myth, the legend, Gary Langer. Well, unless it's a sub, now up to bat for the Osceola Chieftains, the third baseman, Brooklyn Miller. I cannot tell because they have sweatshirts on. But I think I just heard the dugout yelling, "Come on, Brooklyn," so I think we're correct.
Leading off for Osceola in the top of the fourth, the third baseman, number 20.
Good to see everybody moving. Cold day. The infield was still moving, which you scored around. I like to see that.
Miller tries to bunt, and like a cat, a wildcat, popping out of the catcher's spot is,
Kayla Bears.
Kaylee Barris. Kaylee Barris.
Bears. Am I saying that wrong?
Nice play by sophomore catcher Kaylee Barris for out number 1. Whoop. Put that in the wrong one there. Now up to bat for the Chieftains, the shortstop, Emily Tebben. Tebben comes up sans sweatshirt. You can see her number loud and proud. Got the little front toe tap going. I like it.
Looks like she's ready to hit.
What's the kind of the premise for that too? Like just having the, your toe, like the front toe, just like a ballerina.
I'm thinking it's just something to get your
Is that to help
legs.
spin out of the way of a pitch better?
It didn't. She didn't spin fast enough that time, but maybe.
Now batting the first baseman, number 21, Addison Jeske.
Is that it? Probably to make sure you keep your weight back, probably. Now batting for Osceola, the first baseman, Addison Jeske. Yeah, Paul, I was doing the PA for the UWRF baseball game yesterday out at the ballpark, and they played Bethel, and the final score was the Falcons were down 12-3. Next thing you know, it was 12-11. Final score 22-15. There was 8 home runs in the game, and they went through 16 pitchers.
Oh boy!
It was close to a 5-hour game.
Oh my goodness! Seen slow pitch.
What was the score, Greg?
22-15.
We lost.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah, Bethel was victorious.
Well, we came back.
Yeah, they came back, and it got to be 12-11, and then the next inning, Bethel racked up a 5 spot.
Baseball back to see them,
Yeah.
In another 10 years winning the national championship.
They had almost all, the entire roster was almost all freshmen.
Oh,
last year,
sure.
so they're still a young team.
Yeah, I see them over at the Falcon Center a lot at night. Even in the in the off season.
And the wind was it was blowing out yesterday. It was obviously it was a gorgeous day. It was almost 70 degrees, and the wind was blowing out. I'd say probably 10, 15 miles an hour, and off those aluminum bats. And those guys are good. They're good ball players, and we got it up, and there was some. The cleanup hitter, his name was Sam Abbas for Bethel. He hit one. That was the farthest home run I've ever seen at that field yesterday. It was at least 460.
And you
It
have
was-
to have
it was
been
an absolute bomb.
You have to have been at that field over under is what 1,500 times.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Jeske goes down swinging for out number 2. And now batting is the center fielder, Jolene Mortensen. Mortensen's she's looking at maybe a possible pitches they're going to throw her. She was looking at her. She had some stuff on her wristband, or maybe some plays they had. Oh, maybe it was the coaches. Maybe that's
coach
signs.
probably called out a number, and she was looking
down
at her
the
wrist.
sign. Maybe she had the signs written down on her forearm. So apparently the Osceola Chieftains have a complex coaches signals from the coaching box from Coach Anne Marie Campo. Because it looked like Jolene Mortensen had the signals written down on her forearm.
Yeah.
I don't know what else she could be looking at.
She's got a wristband on.
Yeah.
I remember coaching the youth And you know, when the girls got to be, I don't know, about 12, 13, I thought, you know, I'm not doing that wristband thing. I'm going old school. I'm going to be the only guy out here doing signals.
Yeah.
They had no idea what I was doing, and they were the most simplest. It was like tap the hat, touch the belt, bunt, and they all were like, what?
Yeah.
And I tried it for one game. I'm like, all right, I just ordered all the wristbands.
Paul, we have signals in the over 35 River Falls Groupers game, and there's guys that have been playing baseball for 40 years and will miss signs left and right.
Isn't that something?
Clifton gets Mortensen down swinging for out number 3 in the top of the 4th. Chieftains go down quietly. They get a runner on base. Tevin was hit by a pitch. She got all the way over to third, but to no avail. Wildcats still in front 13-zip.
Angie's going a little Ozzy Osbourne down there.
Yeah.
He'll come up.
Oh, you got some of the broadcasters on right now?
He'll be coming up.
Yeah, once again, thanks to our River Falls softball sponsors, Johnny's Bar. It's always 70 and sunny at Johnny's. Thanks again, once again, to Dave and Cheryl Dentman.
If you bring up Johnny's Bar one more time, we're going to have to stop.
Well, they do have, you can quench your thirst over at Johnny's. They also have a party room. You can reserve it and bring whatever food you want in. That's always, a lot of people forget about that too at Johnny's. If you're just having a kind of a group gathering and you want to have a place for a lot of people to meet, all you got to do is call down and ask Dave or Cheryl, and they'll rent you the room for free.
Yeah, well, yeah, and even like set you up with a meat raffle if you want.
Sure, yeah. There was a lot of meat raffles for River Falls Youth Softball and auctions and all kinds of stuff. So
We got a new pitcher, don't we? It's hard to tell without the jersey, but
yeah, new pitcher for Osceola. Maybe we'll.
Dad was not happy with that swing.
oh,
We got Kaylee Barris at the plate for the Wildcats. She started the game at first base, moved to catcher in the 3rd inning. We're here in the top of the 4th. Wildcats up 13-zip. 1-1 the count. Barris made a great play behind the plate to catch a foul ball there. She got up quick as a cat.
and
Puts
made a
a
nice
charge into that one to be foul over the first base side.
and made a nice play at first base too tonight. You know,
Yeah.
she was what I'm trying to think. Oh, we had that one walk in the 2nd inning.
Yes.
And the girl took too big of a lead, and
Yeah, nice tag, made a
yeah,
nice tag.
Yeah. So they're all ready and everything. Yeah, it's good.
I think sometimes when the catcher, kind of inadvertently kind of jumps up, but then the thing comes back down, that also gives the ump a little, tends to call him high when the catcher stands up when maybe the catcher didn't need to stand up. Barris puts a charge into that one to left field. And Brent Flater was all over that to grab that one for the first out of the inning.
Meredith Emery, first at bat of the game here,
And she is,
playing left field.
yeah,
She-
Meredith Emery is batting for Kenna Cook. Left-handed Emery digs in. 1-0 the count. Sweet swinging lefty.
Yeah,
Meredith Emery, she's a senior.
She's got some power. Be fun to watch her get a hold of one here.
Yeah, the right fielder is in pretty shallow.
Yep.
There is.
1-2 the count. Emery flies that one up straight back. Nice play by the fan right in front of us.
Yeah, I can't tell.
If you're
with
at
all
a
the stuff
Savannah
on-
Bananas game, that would be out number 2.
if they fans
But we're
catch
not.
it.
We're at Peg Aderman Field on the campus of River Falls High School. You ever been to a Savannah Bananas game?
No, but I'd like to.
I highly recommend it. That was maybe the most entertaining 2 hours of any two, that if it's in the top 5 for sure.
Really? I'm a big fan of Russell Dickerson, and he did do his video "Happened to Me" on their field. That was pretty fun. That's a pretty cool video to see.
I mean, they're playing baseball, and there's some good baseball and stuff, but it's, there's.
Oh, run. That was a tough call.
You thought it was ball 4.
Well, I think it hit the plate. But
That might have been a 13-0 called
yeah,
strike.
sometimes that happens when it's 13-0.
The second baseman, number 9, Ella Stanley.
And we don't have the best angle up here either. But
No. Yeah, Ella Stanley's at the plate now with 2 down.
senior second baseman.
1-0 the count, yep.
Nice. Yeah.
Ella Stanley hits a rocket to short off the glove of shortstop Emily Tebben, and Stanley is at first.
Yeah, she hit that on the head.
She squared that one up.
Up next for the Cats, number 33, Nora Killian.
And now batting for the Wildcats, number 33, Nora Killian. Stanley on first. Chieftains miss high. 1-0 the count. So the Spooner game's canceled due to weather. And then, so what's the next broadcast that we have? Baldwin Woodville on Tuesday, right here inside the friendly confines of Peg Ederman Field. Nora taps one to the mound, fielded nicely over to the first baseman, Addison Jeske, and that retires the Wildcats in the bottom of the 4th. 1-3.
Well, being that there's no game tomorrow night, I'm going to be able to watch that house renovation of our buddies out in Roscoe, South Dakota. They got their hunting house renovated.
Is that Kurt Bruns you're talking about?
Yeah, Kurt Bruns, Todd Frisch, Byron, Ben Gauss, Jim Williamson. Yeah, so they're tomorrow night, I think, is the final episode.
You know what? I did hear about that, but I have not seen it yet. Is there a way to go? Can you just go online? Can you go back and watch previous episodes?
I haven't found a way. I think it's 6 o'clock tomorrow night.
Okay.
And then it's on like 3 times during the weekend. We watched it this weekend on Sunday at noon.
And I did hear Kurt let me know about it, and I have not seen it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's kind of weird seeing your good friends on TV, and they said they were fake crying, but they were really crying. We all know that.
Oh, yeah. They're big softies.
Yeah, they're all big softies. I think Todd
one
Frisch
of the
is
other,
listening
do you
right
remember,
now.
it was quite a few years ago, but Matt Gretz from town was on, out of nowhere,
Judge
was on,
Judy,
was
wasn't
on
it?
like Judge Judy, because there's some guy sued him because he was coaching youth. That was when like Mason and Logan were in youth baseball, and those guys are out of college now, so it was that long ago.
Right.
And they were playing youth baseball over in Woodbury, and somebody hit a foul ball on it, and Matt was just the head coach.
Right.
And he got sued by the guy because the foul ball some guy from Woodbury hit his window and cracked it, and sued him for like $400 or whatever. And the thing went all the way to Judge Judy, and boy, that thing was absolutely hilarious.
Hard to believe that Matt would want to be on TV.
And leading off for the Chieftain here in the top of the 5th inning, the second baseman, Grace Sander. Brenna Clifton still inside the circle for the Wildcats. Kaylee Barris behind the plate for the Wildcats still. Baldwin Woodville usually has a pretty good team, don't they?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, I'd say, most of the towns around us have pretty solid. Baldwin's got a good ball team. Ellsworth usually has a good one. Prescott's always good.
Yep. Hudson's usually pretty strong every year.
Yeah. I think that's who was kind of predicted to be third in the BRC is Hudson. I forgot about that one.
There's a ground ball. But with all the changes, I think that was Ella Stanley, right?
Yep.
Ella Stanley, a nice little They call her Hoover there over at second. She's a vacuum.
I think she's got her first hit and her first put out in varsity softball.
Yep. We got any activity on the chat?
Let me take a look at it. I don't see any.
No, the fun part about these broadcasts is a lot of people can't even watch the game right now, but they watch it after.
Right.
We had.
I think especially baseball and softball games.
Yeah.
Just because.
Well, they're
yeah.
last night we were doing a test run and we had 57 people tune in for the test run.
Which probably just showed pictures of grass and dirt, probably.
Yeah. Well, then we were trying to figure it out, and it was just a test.
Did you need me to delete that broadcast or?
No, I gotta keep it so I can use it for testing.
Okay.
So.
You're gonna test the same broadcast?
Clifton tries a fastball right on the outside part of the plate, just misses, and Ava Giller draws a walk.
Yeah, and that was a walk, but I would say Brenna didn't miss on any one of those pitches more than just a little bit. They were all right.
that was a half inch off the plate. Left fielder Bryn Flater at the plate for the Chieftains. We're here in the top of the 5th inning. Osceola head coach Anne-Marie Campos still cheering away for her squad over in the third base coaching box. Like to see that. A changeup by Clifton hit the plate. 1-1 the count. Boy, when you walk in, there's a hot shot. Number 13, Tatum Ellingson, was going over to cover second on the steal. And it could not have been a more timely hit because as soon as Ellingson went over to cover,
yeah, it took her just a step away.
Yeah, Bryn Flater hit one right behind her. Nothing Ellingson could do about it. And Flater gets the first hit of the game for the Chieftains.
I just got to note the famous Rush River cornhole player and his wife and kids both his daughters play youth softball, but it almost goes without, don't need to say his name, but it is Jimmy LeMay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he just texted me they're watching. He is known around
Thanks
the
for
country.
watching, Jimmy.
He's known around the country as the bad guy.
There was a headline on The Athletic, that is a professional cornhole player that's a 4 amputee, like he doesn't have arms or legs. So one, I don't know how that you can play professional cornhole, but he does for some reason or somehow. But then the guy was picked up for murder, like he shot somebody. I don't know. We can get into that conversation at a later date.
Yeah.
But the headline.
Let's do it.
But the headline was, I'm like, I thought it was a headline from The Onion,
right?
and it wasn't. It was a real headline. And I'm like, but anyway, yeah, we'll skip a few beats and get off of that topic. But right fielder Emily Sanders is at the plate for Osceola. Runners on the corners. 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning. Clifton fastball just a hair high. Runs the count full. Hot shot over to first, fielded by Larson, and she'll just get her at first. She kind of nonchalantly went over there, but still just got her. And Ava Giller will come in to score.
That was close.
Brenna Flater goes over to first, and Larson records a second out. 3U if you're scoring at home. Riley Hall at the plate for the Chieftains with 2 down. That one outside, ball one.
Now batting for Osceola, the pitcher, number 2, Riley Hall.
13-1 is your score. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Bryn Flater for Osceola is on second. Riley Hall at the plate. Hall fouls that one back over into the JV baseball field. That BJ's down there. That BJ or not?
Joel Stanley.
Joel. Sorry, that's Joel. BJ's probably down in Florida, right?
He probably is down in Florida.
Hall gets a single right up the middle, and that'll plate Bryn Flater. And Osceola is on the board for the second time. 2 runs here in the top of the 5th.
Oh, I didn't notice. Liza Kemper-Price, another senior, is out in right field. So this is their first varsity action.
And
folks, I'm sorry about the score. I just added their runs.
We're sorry about the score.
And here's what's going to be called when Coach Fletcher comes to the circle to give them. This is called the Chieftains shakedown. The Chieftains shakedown is coming right now because the Wildcats are getting a little loose with the ball right now.
Yeah, they did there for a second. You know, River Falls played pretty clean.
Yeah.
Which is good to see. Until really just about then was really probably the only thing you could.
Well, the first
you
2
could pick
innings,
on.
it's tough to not play good in the field when Audrey Aderman strikes out 4.
That's
so
true.
that happens. But yeah, no, they Osceola's put 2 on the board. They've got a runner on first. 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Wildcats still well in command at 13-2. And the shakedown is now completed, and the Wildcats are headed back to play.
Yep.
Brooklyn Miller.
You know, the other thing, you got a lot of young players out there in this
yeah.
varsity game.
Oh,
so
yeah. And it's 36
exciting,
degrees.
36 degrees, yeah.
Clifton fires a strike right after the shakedown. At the plate for Osceola, the third baseman, Brooklyn Miller. Miller struck it on the first and flied out to the catcher in the 4th.
Nice backup at third by Meredith Emery out there. I like to see that. Head in the game.
And Miller goes down swinging. Brenna Cook gets the strikeout, and that retires the Chieftains in the top of the 5th for out number 3. We'll get, you know what, for the future games, we'll get some trivia questions. I'll get some trivia questions rolling.
Are we in the 5th or 6th?
We are in the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th.
That's what I thought. She's got a
So that should be game. That should be game. We're up by 10.
Oh, we better figure out.
Oh, yeah.
So, that, ladies and gentlemen, that's your final score. River Falls 13, Osceola 2. It's a run rule after the top of the 5th inning. So stick around. Give us maybe a minute or 2. And you guys, I'll let you guys make the call. We've got...
They're playing eastbound and down. I love it. Go ahead, Greg.
Hey, the Wildcats are loaded up and trucking after game number 1, the season opener, 13-2. And the Snowman is rolling down the road, hollering and cheering over in Chieftains, Wisconsin, as his daughter and head coach Leah Fletcher are 1-0 to start the year, Paul.
Hey, you can't complain about that, right?
Some good things to take away while we let the girls get going. But yeah, I thought Audra Aderman looked outstanding on the mound. I thought Brenna Clifton came in and did a good job.
Yep.
The bats, some of the, you're doing just what they're supposed to do. Danny Pellinger getting on base, scoring runs. You want your leadoff hitter being on base. And Caitlin Moe hit a home run that was a no-doubter. Reagan Schurz hit the ball well. It was a fun game too. And then Coach Fletcher got to get a lot of subs, and I think the starters played about 2 innings, and then she had a lot of the reinforcements come in for innings 3 and 4 in the top of 5. So good night for the Wildcats for sure.
Fun to see. Like I mentioned earlier, 8 seniors on this team. Every one of them got into the game. That's fun. So a couple of them first-time varsity action. That's exciting. You know.
All right. So what do you guys? We're gonna do the baller of the game, and you can pretty much. You got Reagan Schurz went 2 for 2 with a double and a triple. Caitlin Moe had single and a home run. You guys take the pick. Make the call.
Pretty tough to go against the home run.
Yeah. We gonna do 2, 1 or 2? All right, we'll do 2. We'll do Caitlin Moe and Reagan Schurz. Give us a minute. I'll just do it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just kind of zoom in on it.
We can zoom in on it.
Zoom in on the players.
Yeah. And your mic will work all the way out there.
Yeah.
Your line between the A and that.
Okay.
So Greg's going to head down to present the baller of the game. And you can keep going, Greg. You can keep talking. We can hear you. Sherry Carlson just joined too, or she's been on there a while. Little Go Cats. Thanks, Sherry.
Hey, Vicky. Ladies and gentlemen, Vicky Schurz.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Vicky.
It's really hard to believe, but the moms
we've
are
named
down there saying, "See ya,
Caitlin
Johnny."
Moe and then your daughter
Kinda
Reagan
surprising.
as the River City Stitch ballers of the game.
Oh, I better stay and watch then.
Then you have to.
I think they heard the 7.
You were leaving. You might want to stay.
I can't. Can you hear Greg?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let him go. How much did that battery cost, Steve? Oh.
Tell him to hang tight.
He can't hear me.
Huh?
He can't hear me. He can't hear us. He doesn't have an earpiece.
No. Tell the audience to hang tight.
Oh. Oh, I don't. Greg's not talking. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we're going to do the baller of the game here in just a little bit, folks. I don't have an earpiece in, so I couldn't tell if Greg was talking and didn't want to talk over him. It's very. He must have got a phone call if he's not talking, because he. I think he talks when he's sleeping. I did get it. You always pick up something that Greg says that's super funny. The Shy-Acton shakedown. So, that might be one. That might be one that hits the text string later. Just for the record, Coach Leah Fletcher is from Shy-Acton.
Which is over by Appleton for those.
Yes, which is over by Appleton, and she's known from basically Shy-Acton to Sacramento, by the sounds of it, from Greg. I'm going to let Greg take it away. He is going to be bringing up the 2 ballers of the game.
Good game today.
Thank you.
Here. You guys stand right here. Stand the cameras out there. You guys come up a little bit, right here, and then you guys just kind of look that way. But so we have Caitlin Moe and Reagan Schurz. There are River City Stitch ballers of the game. Here's your hand. Pass out the T-shirts, Caitlin.
Yeah.
So before we get into we'll talk a little bit about. So Caitlin, you had a single and it was a no doubter bomb, home run over kind of left center. Reagan, you hit you had a double and a triple. So that's why you're standing here for your offensive stats at the plate. But talk about, I know Coach Schurz and Coach Fletcher were talking. You guys had a little team meeting out there and stuff, and I didn't really hear the whole thing, but I heard Coach Schurz talk about just like intentionality, and that's kind of heard that word, and kind of tell me what he was talking about there.
He mostly just talked about how we've been more intentional with everything we've done. Like our warm up and everything has been a lot better than what it has been the last few years. And it just feels like people have more effort, and actually want to do it and have efficiency and are just actually trying and wanting it, and not just oh, we have to be fast, we have to do this, but we want to do it and we're ready for our warm up.
Well, I think one of the things when he talks about intentionality and just kind of being in the game, and in a day like today, I mean, it's chilly out here, and it's the cloudy, and it's just kind of a drab day. But stuff like Reagan behind the plate, they had Osceola got one girl on base in the first innings, and you snapped off a thrower to first, and kind of talk about that's just being in the game and being alert and stuff, and talk about that.
Just taking every opportunity as it comes. It's early in the season, so just getting those reps out quick before we see our conference games and our hard teams, but just being in the moment, playing as we see it, attacking the game.
Yeah, so, and I know neither of you guys are seniors, but you guys have 8 seniors on the team.
Yeah.
And that's probably one of the most amount of seniors that I think I've seen with River Falls softball in a long time. So kind of talk about you guys seems like you guys are always having fun and everybody gets along. Kind of talk about that.
Yeah, definitely starting last year, we only had 3 seniors, so it wasn't as much leadership, and we had such a young team last year. Yeah. This year, we have a way older team, and everyone since last year, since day one, everyone has gotten along. They're literally my best friends. I have no better friends than my softball friends.
So one of the other good things too, Reagan, when you get baller of the game, the River City Stitch baller of the game, do you get out of field work or not?
Nope, that plate's waiting for me to come clean it up, so definitely not getting out of it today.
Got to do the job. Well, hey, good job, girls. Caitlin Moe, Reagan Schurz, our River City Stitch ballers of the game. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week when we play the Baldwin Woodville Blackhawks right here at Pegame Field. We'll see you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you.
The Pirate Queen. Hey, what's up?
God.
Hey, good work, Coach.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, we talked.
Yeah, and it looks like Greg is walking away, and being that he knows every person in River Falls, he's just talking to them, and doesn't appear to have his mic on. So we're going to just wrap this up, and thank you for joining the broadcast. Hope everything was working well. It's all brand new equipment, so Steve Pellinger was jumping around and manning everything, so seemed to be going good.
Snowman.
So you guys have a wonderful night, and next game will be Tuesday in River Falls against Baldwin. Yeah, so have a great night.